Namo Amida Bu. Realms and their karmic consequences. I can't remember if I've made a video with this title already or not. It doesn't really matter because it's always appropriate. I live in the saha realm of suffering and desire. I live in clown world. I live in a world that can be beautiful, but is always fraught with thorns. Trying to find the word, some Buddhist word that describes it. It's the fly in the ointment. It's the rock in your shoe. It's the bug flying around your face while you're trying to meditate or say Nimbutsu. Welcome to the saha realm. Welcome to life in the Dharma ending age of Mappo. I want to share with you guys something that happened recently. I've been taking the bus to kind of give my back a break instead of riding my bike. And one afternoon, I was waiting to go home on the bus. And this is a bus that runs roughly every 60 minutes. And I waited about 15 minutes and I said, okay, screw this. I'm going to walk all the way down to Memorial City Mall and take the bus that'll drop me off right in front of my street. Well, in Houston, they won't let you on the Metro bus without a mask. And so I just started walking. And I was still wearing a mask because they don't see you wearing a mask at the bus stop, you don't get on. So, and I didn't even think about it. I wasn't even conscious of it. And I'm walking. And I'm walking on the sidewalk that's close to the I-10 feeder road. Okay, this is traffic, and this is like around 4:30 or something in the afternoon, 5 o'clock, between 4:30 and 5. And so traffic is at its worst. And I'm thinking nothing of it. I'm just walking, I've got a destination. And so out of nowhere, I hear this guy screaming, "Why are you walking with a mask on? You fucking idiot! You fucking retard!" And I'm like, and I turn around and I see this guy I've never seen before in my life. And I'm thinking, and he's in the middle of switching lanes in his truck. And I'm thinking, okay, some talking head, be it a Tucker Carlson or a Maxine Waters or, someone on the left or the right told you you should call me out or put me in my place for not following some kind of social norm that you deem important. So you risk causing a pileup on the feeder road to the freeway to scream and curse out a complete stranger because he's on the mask, wearing a mask while walking on a sidewalk. Welcome to the saha realm. Welcome to the Dharma ending age of Mappo. A majority of people don't think in this day and age. A majority of people have no empathy. Empathy is when you put yourself in the place of another person. You put yourself in their shoes. And you say, and I'm guilty of this, I lack empathy most of the time, I think, but I try to be conscious of it. How will my actions toward this person be received, experienced emotionally, psychologically by this person? It's something to think about. Well, life went on. It pissed me off for a number of hours, and it faded into nothingness. But there are people today, a lot of people who are like robots. There's a phrase that used to be used back during the Trump administration and prior to the Trump administration. And just to be clear, Trump, Biden, Democrat, Republican, Green Party, I think I've lost all faith in politics and its ability to do anything of real significance for this country. I think if anything's going to be done in this country, it's going to be due to individuals changing the world they live in. And there's a phrase that used to be used in memes called non-player characters. And in video gaming, there are main characters that do all the action work, and there are things known as non-player characters. These are characters that just react. You walk up to this character and suddenly they'll spit out a dialogue. And this is a pre-recorded dialogue that's been implemented in this video game character. Now that's all this character will do, is basically wander around and react. And if the main character being controlled by the video player asks one question, then the non-player character will respond this way. If he asks another question or does another thing or takes another action, then the non-player character will react in another way. And there are a lot of people that see life in terms of black and white, left or right, Republican, Democrat. It's not about that. Buddhist cosmology has taught me one thing. What is significant is that we are sentient beings. Playing the role of a character, being a robot, diminishes your purpose in life. I recently was talking with my friend Gonkai, who did an excellent video on his YouTube channel, Shaku Gonkai, about a spirit entity that said I'm cold at the beginning of one of his videos. And I spoke to him via Zoom chat today, and I actually heard that same entity when I was talking with him. And I said, "Oh, your friend just spoke to me while you were just now." And he said, "What? Huh? I've had similar things happen to me recently. I talked about in one of my videos how I went to a local cemetery after one of my neighbors committed suicide. Also recently. And I felt led yesterday to go to that cemetery. And let me explain why I do that. I'm not a ghost hunter. I don't bring a video whenever I go to the cemetery. I'm not about capturing paranormal evidence. I'm about sharing the Dharma with whoever and whatever, wherever, of how Amida Buddha has changed my life. And I try to be as brutally honest as I can. When I talk about Amida, I am talking from the heart. I am speaking in sincere honesty. And when I go to the cemetery, I will find a shady area away from maintenance workers or landscapers. And there was quite a bunch of landscaping going on yesterday. It was very hot in Houston. But I found a nice, shady, concrete bench to sit on next to a tree. And I just started talking about where I am right now and what I've been through and my experiences when I was a Christian, as an occultist, as a New Age practitioner, as a Zen Buddhist, and I talked, of course, about my present relationship with Amida Buddha. Last time I went to the cemetery, I felt a lot of low energy vibration feelings, I became at one time physically nauseous. I thought I was going to throw up. Then there were like termite drones which would fly and attach themselves to me, which I thought was odd. And I know I cannot be cursed or attacked. And I told this to Josho Sensei. And I said, what's the deal? And he's like, well, a lot of these beings are of very low energy vibration levels. So when they come around you, you will feel and experience to a certain extent sometimes that low energy vibration status that they maintain. And if you're ever around people who are criminals or drug addicts or alcoholics or drug dealers, or people who are very negative and judgmental, gossips, basic shit stirrers, you will feel that energy affect you. This time, I did not experience that. This time, I was just me. And I had had an issue I was dealing with. But I had talked to Josho Sensei, and that issue has been resolved within me. But still, I sat there, I took off my shoes on that bench. I sat there cross-legged, and I just started talking honestly with these unseen beings, whoever, whatever they are, ghosts, demons, other realm beings. It didn't really matter, because in Buddhism, it's not about, there is no superiority. Unless you are a Buddha, unless you have transcended suffering and desire and become a fully enlightened Buddha, basically it doesn't matter if you're a god, an asura, a hungry ghost, a demon, a human, an animal. Regardless of your circumstances, regardless of the realm you're in, you qualify as merely a sentient being, playing out your karma. But whatever realm you're in, is a result of the karma you had accumulated in a previous life. Be that the hungry ghost realm, animal realm, hell realm, the human realm. And so when you're around entities, seen or unseen, you also tend to experience some of their, I don't know, karmic residue, would you call it that? But I felt this time around, many of the beings understood I was merely there to share my faith in Amida. And I talked about Amida. I talked about being a flawed spiritual idiot, a bamboo, a man of many shortcomings, a man who is tormented and frustrated by his shortcomings many times, most of the time. And I did the 3 refuges. I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, and I invited all beings who wished to experience Amida Buddha in his pure land to repeat them after me, making it clear that I wasn't pushing anything on anyone, but that I was sharing my faith. And I also said Nembutsu, of course, several times. And then very quietly, I got up and I made my way to the bus stop and took the bus to the Asian Mart, where I proceeded to buy my groceries and then go home. I subscribe to a number of, I guess what you'd call ghost hunter videos, channels. If you look in my, my channels on my particular channel, you'll notice I'm not very picky about what I subscribe to. My curiosity encompasses a wide variety of eclectic subjects and topics. Everything from Bigfoot to ghost hunting to paranormal, to Answers with Joe, to PewDiePie, you name it. And a lot of the ghost channels I subscribe to, most of them I can't make it through their videos when they're ghost hunting, because I find it annoying. Getting back to empathy. A lot of these are young people who will go into a, quote, haunted house and say, okay, dude, I got a ball here. If you're really here, I want to hear you knock. Make that door move. I'd be pissed off. I can imagine any entity would be pissed off. I was watching another ghost channel called Ghost of Carmel, Maine, with Kent Burris, his channel. And he lives in a haunted house in Carmel, Maine. And he said when he started off, and he showed a video of this, he would do the same thing. And finally, one of the ghosts got very pissed off and said, we're not animals. We're not circus animals. We're not here basically to jump through hoops to entertain you. And so when I go into a cemetery to share the Dharma, I'm not there for sensationalism. I don't bring my phone. I don't bring a camera. I'm not there to drive out any evil spirits. I'm not there to conjure anything. I'm there to do what I'm doing here and now with the sentient beings watching this video. And To the humans out there, you're not the only ones watching this video. You're not the only ones listening to these words. And I know from past experience, there are many beings, seen and unseen, who can comprehend within their own way many different things. And so when I go to the cemetery, which isn't often, I mean, I don't hang out there all the time. Maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 months. I'm very respectful. I talk with whoever or whatever is listening. I thank them for listening. I explain that I'm not there to proselytize or convert them or command them. I'm just a guy sharing what he's gone through to anyone who's interested, which is what I do here. And I share myself unabashedly, openly, unapologetically. No frills. And I know how I look, how I sound. I'm me. And so when you see me on these videos, I want you to see me, not someone or something that's marketable. Because most of us are not marketable. We're just people. We're just human beings. And so my attitude is, if you like what I have to say or you're interested in what I have to say, you will listen. If not, you will go somewhere else, just like I do. But living here in the saha realm of suffering and desire, there are consequences. When someone I care about is hurt, I'm hurt. When somebody attacks me, I feel attacked. This is a result of the karma I accumulated to be born a human being in this realm. And don't get me wrong, being born a human in this day and age is one of the best breaks you can get, because it is very conducive for listening to and accepting the message of the Dharma, the message of Shakyamuni Buddha, the message of the Buddha path and way. And so I'm grateful to be a human living in this saha realm. I also hate being a human living in the saha realm. Sometimes I wish I wasn't a human living in the saha realm. And a lot of the reason for that, most of the time, is my fellow humans. I'm not immune to getting pissed off by people. And one of the things about it is my sensei and my dear friend, Josho Adrian Surleya Sensei, feels the same way. That is the sign of a good teacher. When you have a Dharma teacher who admits openly his flaws and his shortcomings and says, I'm a spiritual idiot, I'm not enlightened. You should not look to me, you should look to Amida Buddha. That is a great gift. to have a teacher who admits this. It helps me by showing me that my faith in Amida Buddha isn't about me being perfect or good or marketing myself in a certain way. Because obviously this channel is not about getting the most subscribers, the most views. It's about offering a message to those who are receptive, whose karma has ripened to the point to where they're actually interested and quite possibly willing to give faith in Amida Buddha a try. And that's all I ask. You know, I'm not here to be another PewDiePie. I'm not here to be, and don't get me wrong, I love watching PewDiePie from time to time. He's amusing as hell. I'm here for people like me. I'm here for people who have had to deal with a lot of shit. I'm here for people who have sincerely fought the good fight and participated in the struggle of trying to survive, of trying to love themselves and others. People who have tried with all their might to find some answer to the nagging questions. Why do I suffer? Why do people sometimes treat me like this? Why do I feel some of the evil thoughts I feel, the feelings of rage and anger, the thoughts of hate and unforgiveness? These are honest questions. These are not the questions a shallow fashion. These are not questions that people in upper scale, upper income meditation sanghas ask. These are not the questions that are discussed in the local yoga class or Reiki or Tai Chi group. Because there you put on a very positive facade. In places like that, it's all about appearing to be spirituality, looking like, and that's why I don't have a lot of subscribers, why I don't get a lot of views, because that's not the audience I'm pandering to. I'm not pandering to the people who pretend they've got their shit together, who brag about all the different metaphysical and spiritual levels they have attained. No, I'm for the people that have tried all that and realize they can't get there from here. Like, I'm here to talk about the fact that I limp one day at a time by the grace of Amida Buddha through life, clinging desperately to Amida Buddha's sleeves. Now, that's not a very attractive message to a lot of people. That's not what a lot of people want to hear. There are a lot of YouTube channels. I came across one this morning where there are people who teach you how to be gods, how to recognize your God self, how to attain godhood, and to call forth from the universe everything you want to your heart's desire. Hell, there are commercials. You've seen them. There are ads. You know, you buy the right bracelet. You know, you wear it. You know, suddenly all this stuff is going to come into your life. And that may or may not be true. I don't really care. Because what I found that works for me is Amida Buddha and faith in him, saying his name. Everything else I'm too old. And I've said it before, I'm too old for bullshit. I'm too old for playing games. I don't know how long I'm going to be here on this planet. It may be for another 30 years. Certainly hope not. But in the meantime, I don't know. I don't know what's around the corner. I don't know if someone will be on the phone while I'm riding my bike home from work. I don't know. I don't know from day to day what will or will not happen. All I know is that I am in a very important relationship with the Buddha of infinite light and life, Amitabha Buddha. And that is the most important thing in my life, is that relationship with Amitabha Buddha. The most important person in my life is Amitabha Buddha. I wish I had the self-control to focus on Amitabha 24 hours a day. I wish I had the ability, sorry, my lips are dry, to not be distracted. That's the word I was looking for, distractions. Distractions are a problem. It's easy to be distracted by so many different things. Even the thoughts in your head are distractions. How I feel, memories that come and go, they can be distractions. Until the day I die, I will have these distractions to a greater or lesser capacity at any given time in my life. That will not stop until I reach the pure land of Amitabha Buddha. Once I reach that pure land, I will visit everyone I've had any kind of contact with throughout all of my myriad, endless, countless lives. And I shared that in the cemetery when I was out there. I said, hey guys, if I've done or said anything to offend you, and I say this to you, I apologize. I'm a bamboo. I'm a spiritual idiot. But when I become a Buddha, and I most assuredly will become a Buddha in my next life, I will visit you. Unless you, who are the viewer, are in the Pure Land with me, I will visit you in whatever other realm you are in. But I also acknowledge that many of you watching this will be with me in the Pure Land. Because going to the Pure Land does not rely on us, therefore it's not difficult. Going to the Pure Land and seeing Amitabha Buddha is the easiest thing you can acquire because you're not the one making it happen. You simply know that Amitabha Buddha is a real Buddha. You know that you are going to his Pure Land. And you say his name in gratitude. And once you've done that, you're in. There's no need to maintain it because you can't maintain it. Shinjin is a gift from Amida Buddha, the living Buddha of light and life. It is not something that I can improve on. It is not something that I can maintain. There will be days when I actively say Nimbutsu, when I study the Dharma, and there will be days when I watch a Beavis and Butthead movie or something, or I watch a horror movie, or I get off and watching the X-Files, as I love doing from time to time. It doesn't matter. Going to the Pure Land and being a person of simple faith, Shinjin, has nothing to do with you, your abilities, your level of achievement, your proper words, your language, your ability to adhere to the precepts. Going to the Pure Land is something you just accept from the hands of Amida. And all of you watching this video right now are getting that offer from Amida. And you just say, yes, Amida. I entrust to you, Amida. I wish to be born in your pure land of ultimate bliss and peace in my next life, Amida. And I say your name in gratitude and in faith. That's it. No special feelings, no light coming in and filling the room, no colors and lights and you know, you, in whatever you're going through, wherever you're at right now, you can become a person of Shinjin by just saying, here I am, and I'm saying yes to you. I love you. Amida Buddha, I'm imperfect. I don't know how to entrust myself to you. I don't know how to be born in your pure land of ultimate bliss and peace. I know I'm not worthy as much as I try. And so I just give you what I have to give you, myself. Self. In my presence, thoughts, doubts, fears, worries. Are we connected now? Sorry about that. There was a glitch. But that's it. We don't try to make ourselves presentable or clean ourselves up so that Amida will accept us. I used to think that's what I had to do. You know, I have to be in the right mindset. I have to be in a good position with an attentive mind in a clean space before I can sit before a shrine and say his name. No, you don't. No, I don't. I come to Amitabha Buddha as I am. Because if I can't come to Amitabha Buddha exactly as I am, what's the point? I can't become someone else. And honestly, if I had my act together, I wouldn't need Amitabha Buddha, would I? No, I wouldn't. I would be a Buddha. And so what I do is I share the Dharma with all beings. I share the Dharma as Dave, as Shaku Joshin, just as I am. And I entrust Amida to do what Amida does best, to save people with his love and grace and lead them to his pure land of ultimate bliss and peace. Namo Amida Bu. Have a great week, guys.